Hello. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about spatial analysis with raster data. We all know that raster data includes aerial photographs, digital elevation models, and scanned maps, and which is constructed in the form of pixels. With the help of these raster pixels, we can able to do many computationally efficient variety of spatial analysis using image processing tools, overlay tools, distance and proximity tools, even statistical analysis tools. And there are specialized raster-based tools also, say for example, pattern recognition, 3D analysis. And with the help of wide data sets, you can use multidimensional analysis. With the help of surface analysis tools, you can perform hydrological analysis. Even by combining various data layers, raster layers, you can do perform suitability analysis. Like vector-based analysis, you can do many raster-based analysis in ArcGIS, and ArcGIS offers many raster-based tools, including analysis based on image bands, such as like image indices. You can also use overlay analysis. You can clip your raster, you can mask your raster, you can compare your rasters, and you can use raster layers for terrain-based analysis. You can construct contour, you can extract slope, you can do viewset analysis, you can do classification, many classification based on images, including pixel-based classification, object-based classification. You can do like a suitability analysis. You can also perform advanced statistical analysis based on raster data. And you can also use many ready-to-use tools. Say, for example, you can construct easily the profile. You can easily do some like a ready-made model, customized models with the help of ArcGIS, especially ArcGIS Pro, because ArcGIS series of software, including ArcGIS Pro, provide many raster-based tool sets, like vector-based tool sets. You can find many raster-based tool sets. Among us, the raster calculator is one of the very powerful tool using which you can do many raster-based spatial analysis. These are all some common raster-based analysis, and one by one we will discuss briefly in this lecture. Like a spatial query in vector data, using raster data, you can do a spatial query based on um, uh, the SQL language, structured query language, where you can calculate values of the raster, or you can combine one or two more raster layers to identify a relationship between them, for which the raster calculator is very widely used and powerfully used. Say, for example, I want to extract the elevation of more than 2000 feet from this digital elevation model. With the simple query, you can able to extract the elevation, which is more than 2000 feet. So you can identify such a relationship or extract such like information very easily with simple commands using a raster calculator. Not only extract values, even you can group those values into meaningful classes. For example, here the a satellite image representing a lake with the different spectral signatures depend upon its spectral like capability. Based on the spectral aspects, you can group these pixels into meaningful classes, and you can tag the class names or like some other information attached with these groups, and you can represent it, or you can use it for further spatial analysis. You can also compare one or two raster layers or multiple raster layers using overlay functions. And these overlay functions are often required for suitability analysis based on different factors. And this is very fundamental tool in raster-based spatial analysis, the raster overlay function, using which you can perform a simple spatial analysis as well as very complex spatial analysis by adding more weights, more like relationship, etc. Say, for example, I have attempted a soil erosion model primarily based on the raster data and the model called the revised universal soil loss equation, which is an index method having factors, and you can represent those factors that affect soil erosion, and you can prepare those factors as a separate raster layers. Say, for example, climatic layers, soil layer, topographic layers, and management layers. On all these layers, you can multiply in order to get the soil erosion. You can estimate average soil like a loss in a particular watershed. Here, I estimated for a watershed, and these dark red values represents a high elevation as well as high erosional like raster pixels. And these information classes can also be reclassified and can also be like attached or extracted with vector or tables, and you can use it for further analysis, for which the aerial statistics are widely used for many statistical operations. It is very powerful because it works based on the aerial settings. You can extract the cell by cell information. You can extract information based on the neighborhood function. You can extract information based on the zones, particular zone you can define, and within that zone, what are the like statistics exist or values exist that you can extract, or even you can extract as a whole using global settings operations. These zonal statistics are very fundamental for many statistical analysis, either based on aerial settings or even based on traditional statistics also. um, you can apply these zonal statistics, and you can extract the tables, and you can use the traditional statistics. This zonal statistics calculate statistics from the raster layer, where you can extract the absolute values, or even you can calculate the statistics of mean, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, range, coefficient of variation, and so on from vary of or different input raster layers over a zone or over a particular pixel, and you can produce a new layer, new raster layer, new vector layer, or even you can produce new table containing these statistics. Using these statistics, you can perform, as we told, with the help of some other statistical software, you can perform traditional statistics as well. Statistic also calculated based on the distance function. So, like the vector-based analysis, vector-based distance and proximity analysis, you can use the raster data also for proximity and distance analysis. So, where you can calculate the distance and perform proximity analysis based on Euclidean distance. Say, for example, here the raster layer showing the distance to nearest town, and all this the area having some distance from its nearest town, and this is very good compared to vector-based analysis, because vector-based analysis you will find the discrete zones, you will not find the contiguity of the information, but here in raster-based analysis you will find the continuous information without any gap. So each and every location of this area have some a distance with some location or some like point of interest, which is very essential for continuous modeling or surface modeling. As raster layers are very good for representing continuous surface, using raster layers you can calculate easily the slope, especially with the help of digital elevation model, where you can apply the distance function and the magnitude aspect, which means what is the value change from one pixel to another pixel, and based on that you can able to calculate the slope in terms of degrees or in terms of percent rise. Not only slope, even you can calculate aspect also. With the help of a digital elevation model, you can identify the direction of the slope phases, which act as a very important parameter for some of specific or specialized spatial analysis. Say, for example, I want to identify all southerly slopes in the mountainous regions to identify locations where the snow-based runoff is maximum, especially during the like onset of spring, because the southerly slope receives more sunshine compared to the northern counterpart. So those slopes you can identify easily with the help of this aspect analysis. Even you can use the digital elevation model for user analysis. Say, for example, here there are three towers. From this tower, which are all the areas are visible. Say, for example, from this tower, these are all the areas are visible. From this tower, these blue colored areas are visible. From this tower, this red colored areas are visible. Like you can perform easily user analysis, which is often useful for identifying the visible objects from particular location, especially for locating new cell phone tower or engineering project. This kind of analysis are very fundamental. Even you can extract mm, many watershed-based parameters using digital elevation model, especially with the help of elevation values and its directional settings or neighborhood settings. Say, for example, here the elevations are represented in pixel, and based on the pixel, you can identify its directional relationship, where you can find the downslope from higher values to lower values, using which you can calculate the flow direction. Using flow direction, you can identify the flow accumulation over a surface area, and based on that you can able to extract automatically the stream network and other watershed parameters. And using these automatically extracted parameters combining with other layers, you can able to do hydrological modeling, and these models are very helpful for real-time analysis and extract or decode the complex hydrological relationship. You can develop all these hydrological parameters as raster layers, and you can combine them with the hydrological equations, and you can able to perform modeling very beautifully with the help of raster datasets. Even you can use raster-based analytical tools to extract meaningful information from satellite images, aerial images, and even drone images. Even you can enhance those images by applying filtering techniques, say for example using contrast filtering technique or spatial convolution filtering technique. You can enhance the raster information, and you can extract meaningful information from those images, and you can classify those images or information into classes, meaningful classes, and you can tag with attribute information, and even you can use it for further analysis. Also, you can perform many indices based on spectral reflectance values of two or more bands from multi-band raster data sets to emphasize specific information, which will minimize other factors and make it you to comfortably extract specific information. Say, for example, the normalized difference vegetation index here, it is a commonly used technique to evaluate the vegetation health, representing the vegetation distribution over the globe. So with this simple computation of index, you can able to extract the vegetative health or distribution of vegetation very easily. Even you can use advanced techniques or advanced spectral based signatures, where you can classify the spectral information into meaningful classes, and you can extract information classes, information clusters based on a pixel based approach or even object based approach. Many algorithms are available to classify your raster images, satellite images, aerial images, and you can extract meaningful information. So once you extracted the meaningful information, you can compare those information with the two different time periods. Even without information extraction, also you can compare the raw raster pixels of two type points, and you can identify the changes between the two pixels, and you can identify whether changes happened or not. Say for example, here the new construction areas are extracted very easily with the help of raster-based algorithms, which is very hard to find with our naked eye, whereas the raster calculator or other like raster-based tools can able to extract very easily. And these informations are very important for land use modeling, which plays a significant role to predict the future as well. Not only modeling the past based on your raster data, even you can able to predict the scenario of future with the help of relationship between two or different time periods using some assumptions and some like controlling factors. So raster-based models or data sets are very good for suitability modeling because the advantage over raster-based analysis over the vector-based analysis is the raster-based data sets representing the information, especially the surface information, in a continuous manner. So you can derive continuous data with the help of raster data, and you can transform those derived data into meaningful information, and you can combine them. You can apply different weightage, different complex relationship between those continuous information pixel by pixel, and you can able to extract or predict the intended information or intended output, which is fundamentally required for many suitability modeling. You have to do in a continuous manner, for which this raster-based data sets are very important. You can also perform multi-dimensional time series modeling with the help of raster data, and this is very fundamental for real-time analysis, where multi-dimensional raster data can be extracted from satellite observation or even from uh, ground-based sensors or like instruments, where you can convert the information into like raster data sets with certain time intervals, and you can use it for numerical models, or you can use it for aggregate, interpolate, or simulate from different sources. And this is very important for real-time analysis, say for example weather prediction analysis or air pollution analysis or atmospheric other kind of atmospheric modeling. All required this kind of multidimensional analysis, which can be performed well with the help of raster-based approaches. And even you can use raster-based datasets for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and even deep learning models, where those models can able to run in a better manner using input datasets of rasters to produce a classified or detect a specific features using the algorithms like neural networks and so on, where the system will try to decode the relationship between the raster pixels based on your input data and try to understand the relationship between the pixels, the relationship between the surroundings, and based on that, it can develop its own learning algorithms, and it can able to predict the information. So with this a brief introduction about raster-based analysis, now I will show you a quick demonstration about how can we do some fundamental raster-based analysis in ArcGIS Pro. Say for example, let's start with image-based analysis. So here, so this is a satellite image of particular area where you can able to find a spectral information. This information is captured by a satellite Landsat satellite, and if you look at yeah, so this band I selected this band, sorry, this raster layer is made up of like a 6 band, and you can change the band and you can form like a true color composite, or you can develop a false color composite easily with the help of symbology tool. And even you can like apply enhancement techniques, and you can extract say for example earlier The information extraction process, especially the urban areas, uh, may be a bit difficult, but applying some other enhancement technique, these urban areas are enhanced better, and you can able to extract very easily with the help of this kind of enhancement tool or image indices. And even you can use different image based indices. Say, for example, I want to calculate the healthiness of vegetations with the help of NDVI, so where I am using the band information, the infrared and red, based on its combinations, it predicts or it estimates the healthy vegetative pixels all appears in brighter in color. And you can classify these colors into some what you call like color schemes, and you can able to represent this dark green represent healthy vegetation, and this red color, dark red color especially, represent non-vegetative pixels. So you can easily extract information, vegetative information or non-vegetative information with the help of this kind of indices. Not only vegetation information, you can extract many like information with the help of these kind of image based indices. Say, for example, I want to identify the water bodies. See, the water bodies are extracted very powerfully, and all these brighter pixels are representing water bodies. You can easily extract meaningful information from this. So not only what you call specified theme, even a broad classification of your area also you can do with the help of classification tools available in GIS and remote sensing like the softwares, where with the help of raster-based information, spectral information, raster-based spectral information, you can able to extract the land use, land cover information. Say, for example, forest, buildup, grass, water body, cropland, and even you can train your model, and you can extract complex information from this satellite-based uh, information. Sorry, satellite-based raster data or aerial-based raster data. You can also do surface analysis very powerfully with the help of raster data. I told you here. You can see the elevation model of a particular area, where you will find the ocean. You will find the ocean, and you will find the elevated portion, which is represented better by this digital elevation model. The maximum elevation is 3073 meter, and the minimum elevation is minus 45 meter from the mean sea level. So with the help of this elevation model, you can extract various surface information. Say, for example, I want to like calculate the slope. With the help of slope tool, you can easily calculate the slope with the help of digital elevation model. Say, for example, elevation model is added as an input, and output you can define like output and what unit you want slope, whether it in degree or percent rise, that you can define. The moment you click run, and you can able to get the slope map. This is the slope map, and you can see all the like high degree of slope represented with the dark red color, and all flat areas represented with the, you can see the blue color, and this in between yellow color represent the median slope. It's like you can calculate easily the slope from digital elevation model. Not only slope, with the help of like aspect tool, again with the help of same digital elevation model, you can able to calculate the aspect as well. You can see different aspects, or the topography facing different directions, north, northeast, east, and so on. And with the help of the raster calculator tool, from this slope map or aspect map, particular like aspect or particular like a slope, you can able to extract say for example from the slope map, so I want to extract so all the like pixels having more than like a 25-degree of slope. So you can use a simple query language in your raster calculator and you can define your output the moment you click run, and you can able to extract the pixels that fulfill this criteria, that is more than like 25-degree of slope. So all 25-degree of slope you can able to extract easily with the help of a simple SQL function or map algebra function using raster calculator, using which you can model it. One such model I attempted for this area where I have used the digital elevation model, I have used the slope, I have used other data sets, say for example, average rainfall, average relative humidity, average temperature maximum, average temperature minimum, and I have generated the annual temperature range. I have extracted with the help of satellite image land use land cover information for the same area. And these layers, whatever I shown you, these are all the like surface layers or continuous layers representing um, climate, topography of this area, and based on this, I attempted a model to predict uh, a particular like a disease, particular disease. These are all the locations where a particular disease is reported. This disease is it's a epidemiological disease. It is better or widely controlled by the environmental parameters. It is communicable disease and easily like communicate from one region to another region. And this topography and like climate play a major role, especially spreading this disease. So these disease information are obtained from the field and want to establish the relationship between these disease location and the topographic climate and the land use parameters, for which I have used a model called the presence only prediction model called Maxent approach. So using which you can train the model initially with the help of all these like training rasters, and you can define like various statistical apps like attributes, and you can like specify how much you want to use it for training function, how much you want to prediction function, the percentage or ratio between training and like a prediction. I have used 80-20, 80 percentage of information I have used for training the model and 20 percentage of these locations I have used for a prediction like a model. So based on that, I could able to understand or the model predicted these are all the like locations are like susceptible for this particular disease, and you can also find the spread of disease, the possibility of the spread of disease in surroundings from this known location to known locations. It is like predicted, and the significant level of this prediction also estimated, and you can extract those like parameters in your model, and it all like represented again as a raster, and you can like change color of these informations, and you can able to like interpret okay how much does spread or how likely to spread this disease. Not only that, even you can extract these information. uh, Say for example, you have like information of various parameters, location wise, pixel wise, and those informations you can like extract. So with the help of what you call the regular grids. Okay. So you can apply grid over your like a raster pixels or irregular like a pixel also you can, sorry, grid also you can use it. And I want to extract the statistics of each grid or each like location, or I want to aggregate this like information in grid wise, and for which you can use the zonal like statistics we discussed while discussing the raster based analysis, spatial analysis, where you can extract the statistics from these layers, and you can like extract with the help of this gridded like approach, where you can save it as a separate table, where for each grid say for example if you have a grid, so this grid so I'm just selecting a particular grid, and for this grid then what are the like values or exist in different raster layers that you can able to like extract using this zonal statistical function, because you should have only one values from this entire grid. So you can aggregate these pixels into this grid in order to simplify or generalize your statistical um, uh, model, or to calculate some other statistics using traditional approaches. Say, for example, for traditional statistics, I need the data in tabular form, so where I need rows and columns, and that I can able to construct with the help of this zonal statistics function, and I have extracted in a CSV format, comma separated values, and using this you can apply even general statistics also. So like you can perform the raster-based analysis directly using remote sensing and GIS software, or even you can extract uh, um, or calculate statistics from the raster data, and you can use it for external tools where you can do, yeah, spatial analysis based on this raster data. With this, just stop it. I hope now you have an idea about how you can do spatial analysis with the help of raster data. Thank you.